Welcome to Not Entirely Unlike Tea with Christine Collins. Hey there, it's Christine Collins. When it comes to mindset tools, it can be so helpful when we combine different tools together to support us in different ways for various scenarios. And one of my favorite combinations of mindset tools that I use together frequently for myself and with my clients is the combination of EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique, along with hypnosis, along with Yoga Nidra. And these three tools together are particularly powerful for things like anxiety, mood struggles, and sleep difficulty. And when we marry them all together, they have a synergistic power. So hypnosis is a tool that allows us to access some of our subconscious patterns and beliefs and habits and allows us to create new neural pathways for more positive change. It's very good for doing things like breaking anxiety loops, helping us to implement new types of emotional responses, shifting mood patterns that we've maybe had for many years, and building a more optimistic outlook overall. Yoga Nidra is fabulous as a nervous system reset, joining together the conscious and unconscious mind, balancing out our nervous system, and reducing stress. It's also great for a mind-body connection. And EFT, or tapping, is wonderful for relieving really acute symptoms when we're kind of in the thick of it, that anxiety response. It's an extremely effective somatic and psychological intervention to help disrupt anxiety, process emotions that are stuck, release some of the physical tension associated with those emotions, and calm the limbic system, creating some emotional safety for us. When we use them together, we can stack some of these benefits one on top of the other to go from the most acute response to the most relaxed state. So when we're experiencing anxiety, for example, EFT is great for stopping an immediate spiral when things are building, when things feel very intense, when we need immediate relief. EFT is fabulous in the moment, particularly because you can do it anywhere, anytime, and it can relieve some of the tension from the day. If we had challenging interactions, if we had stress accumulating, it allows us to process through those emotions. It kind of clears the slate. And then we can begin to move down into deeper relaxation. From there, we can build in Yoga Nidra to signal safety to our nervous system, to kind of reset our emotional balance, and build a habit that allows for us to have a new emotional baseline. And it's also very restorative emotionally and physically. And then in comes hypnosis, which kind of integrates all of these things, creating new thought patterns, allowing us to move forward into a more optimal way of existing, while also providing deep relaxation, additional restoration, and rewriting some of the underlying patterns that may have gotten us into that situation in the first place. So it's kind of starting with EFT to interrupt the amygdala stress response, then using Yoga Nidra for a more systematic relaxation process, and then hypnosis, creating new neural pathways and moving forward into something better and different, while also getting a wonderful relaxing benefit. And I love too that they kind of combine different elements. So EFT often is great with the emotions, Yoga Nidra supports the body, and hypnosis supports the mind. So we're really getting a very holistic approach. Now, while there are many different ways to sequence using these tools together, I thought it might be helpful to lay out a possible way that you might approach it, and of course allowing for some trial and error to tweak it and see what works the best for you. So beginning with an EFT tapping sequence on whatever it is that may be causing the anxiety, the mood, or sleep disturbance. And I definitely recommend following some EFT practitioners, watching some videos so that you can see the proper tapping points and really know what you're doing with it. But roughly you begin on the top of the head, between the eyes, on the outer edges of the eyes, under the nose, on the chin, on the collarbone, and then under the arms. And you're tapping on these different acupressure points. And you're using phrases like, even though I'm feeling anxious about ... I deeply and completely love and respect myself, or love and accept myself. And there's many variations of this and many different phrases that are useful. And this isn't intended to be exhaustive, but to give you a starting point. And you tap until you feel a shift in your energy. I tend to notice that I feel much calmer Usually I'm coming into the process because I'm upset about something or something has triggered me. And after tapping a couple of rounds, I start to feel better. And you keep going until you feel that you've cleared that energy. It doesn't necessarily take a long time. A few minutes sometimes can be enough, or you can go longer if you like. And then you can move into Yoga Nidra sequence. It builds on the calming effect that we've already implemented. There are many variations that are possible. Often you might set an intention. There's a form of body awareness and progressive muscle relaxation. There may be attention on the breath, pairing of sensations like heavy and light or warm and cool, and some visualization practice. And this could be a period of 15 to 20 minutes, moving then into hypnosis, which may be between 10 and 20 minutes. And this allows for a very natural transition to sleep. This is guided typically by a hypnotherapist, whether that's live or using an audio. And there's going to be some imagery guiding you down into a deeper alpha or theta brain wave, which are the brain waves that prepare us for sleep and deep rest. And we focus on being physically comfortable. There's often a countdown involved that helps the brain and the mind to fully relax, and deepening levels of visualization, followed by an embedded suggestion. And this is where some of the transformation really happens in terms of building those new neural pathways, new thought patterns, new ways of looking at things. And I think that we can do this in different ways. We can use all of these tools progressively in a sequence like I just described. And you can also use them separately depending on what the situation is that's happening for you in the moment. But having all of the tools available to you really empowers you to choose what you need in the moment and allows you to do a lot better self-support. And it is partially for that reason that I became certified in all three, so that I could provide them in my mindset membership to my clients. And of course, if that's something you're interested in, there's information in the show notes. But I love this process of taking different supportive tools and giving ourselves the agency to build on what we need to take care of our own mindset. I hope you found this to be helpful. And until we connect the next time, I wish you the most magical and creative rest of your day. Thanks for listening. This is Christine Collins at transformcreate.com.